And
How many people are wearing Christmas clothes?
we're live and we're recording.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Monday morning chat. It's the Monday after Christmas, and Robin asked who's wearing Christmas clothes. Well, I see red on John. I see you, Darlene? Oh, right, Christmas sweatshirt.
I like John's backdrop. Go
Yeah.
Gators.
And Robin and Gregory, I miss your hats, and Helen and Tim. I think we should
Gotta get my hat. I
we
gotta
should
get one.
extend that at least through New Year's Day.
I've been in my pajamas like for 3 days, so I had to get a shower and put something else on.
Aw. Welcome, everyone. I hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful holiday, however you celebrate, and got to feel the warmth of the season. And oh, Robin, I love it. Yeah, I haven't seen those.
Well,
I think
it was
we're
right up in my bucket, and I went, "Oh."
I was
Is
just
that
going
from
to
your
say,
bucket list, Robin?
Right.
I was just going to say we're missing Wendy, our finest
There she
hair hat lady, and there she is. Yay! Hi, Wendy. So to start off the call, I wanted to say that this is our wonderful roundtable chat. Thanks to our lovely Judy Daniel who came up with that idea. We are at a roundtable. We are all sharing from our heart. There is no one that's really in charge. We're all gifted, and we all have our beautiful light to share with each other. And we are wanting to hear from as many people as would like to speak and share testimonials, stories, maybe something that happened over the holidays. And just a reminder that we do not name diseases. We do not claim to treat or diagnose or cure or prevent any disease with our wonderful products. We simply name symptoms and how we felt before, the patch we used, and how we feel now. I have an idea of something to share if there's some lulls in our conversation. I have an idea, but I'm first going to just open it up and see if anyone has any shares for maybe over the holiday, maybe some experiences that you had with the patches or with family or friends with the patches. Just going to kind of open it up right now. Who would like to start?
Yeah, Michelle, you hear
Yes,
me?
Ed.
Yes,
Yay. Hi, Ed.
hi. I'm new, everybody. You know that because you've never seen me before or heard me. But I started out with a pulled shoulder muscle that spent 2 weeks in intense pain and some chiropractor adjustments, about 5 or 6 of them. Then I've been wearing the X39 patch and Aeon and cortisone. It's a slow process with my shoulder, but one of the first things I noticed when I put the patch on, that I went to bed and there was just this different feeling in my head for a little bit before I fell asleep. So I think there was something going on there. The next thing that happened, I bit my cheek, and that usually swells up real big. And I very successfully succeed in biting it a couple more times before it's all over with. And I never bit it again. I nicked it one time, but it would have been a lot worse. So I know that the healing was the inflammation, and the healing took place a lot quicker. It kept me from really making a mess out of my cheek.
So Ed, did you place the patch when you bit your cheek? Did you place it somewhere near there or just in the usual spot?
No, I was just wearing it.
Okay.
That's the effect of the stem cells.
Absolutely. Yep.
Getting kicked in gear.
And Ed, I know exactly what you're talking about biting your cheek. That's awful. I know. Yeah. I've done it. It's horrible.
I am almost 60. In January 14th here, I'll be 60.
Mm-hmm.
So. And,
well, you're with a bunch of youngins here. You're the youngin, and we're all a bunch of youngins. We're all getting younger. 60
yeah,
is
I really
young.
like the one caption that says, I know what I want to be when I get older.
Younger. Yes.
So, and then there's, I had a tight hand. I couldn't hardly close it on my right hand. And I'm pretty positive that was the Aeon patch that I wore during the night and ice weight because I was dealing with my shoulder pain, my back, and in the morning my hand I could close it normally, so that was another effect.
Hallelujah. Yay.
And
Overnight.
yeah, I know I have the beginning of cataract, so that will be interesting.
Hmm.
See what happens. But
Well, you're doing all the right things, Ed. You found us. You found us in time here. You know, you're gonna start getting younger from the minute you
Yeah.
start putting those patches on. So
yeah, I got some major issues going on. I can't say what they are, but they're pretty common. One of them is anyway. It starts with C like Canada, but it's a infection that's pretty common. About 80% of the public have it.
okay.
And I was born in 1961, and between 1961 and 65 there was this germ that was going around. They couldn't drink out of water fountains. You old enough to remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I have 3 of those, A, B, and whatever. You know what I mean. Anyway, and my
Well,
dad-in-law is on the patch, and he's 80 plus, 82 years old, and my dad is on it, and he's beyond 80. And I'm not really sure what to say about my dad, but my dad-in-law is not dog tired anymore.
well, I'm happy to hear you're getting your family on too. It's wonderful to share with family.
And
Good for
my
you.
son is an addict recovering, and he was starting to feel like the patch is helping him, the X39.
I'm really glad. Thank you for sharing, Ed. Thank you.
Yes,
Welcome
you're
to
welcome.
our family.
Yeah, good to be here.
Thank you. Who else has a share this morning?
Michelle, I do.
Oh, please, Mike. Yes.
So just real quick, Ed had mentioned the hand couldn't close, and as you can see, Dr. Nicholas has helped me quite a bit, and that was just so Ed knows, that was the Eon patch placed right at the top of the shoulder and the neckline, because Dr. Nicholas said there's 3 nerves that go down the arm, and those are the main nerves that often create problems in the shoulder, elbow, or the wrist. So everybody knows here that's
Yeah.
and Ed, that's probably why that was
Yeah, I
helping
think I
you.
had that patch there. But I
Yeah,
had
so the
ice
Eon,
laid elsewhere on my
you
arm because my elbow pain was driving me crazy from my shoulder one, because it just went from my shoulder to from my rib to my shoulder to my elbow and into my wrist, and
Mhm.
yeah.
bad.
So that, Dr. Nicholas put that on me, and instantly, I mean, he said, does that feel the same, better or worse? And it was almost instant with me
Yeah.
in particular. But anyway, also, I just want to report to the group that I've been putting on my cat, who's been limping around pretty bad. She's getting older, and so her hind legs she was limping quite a bit, and now she not only is acting friskier, you might say, but she is running along, keep with the other one. So she's not limping any longer. Happy to report after about a month of wearing my used patches.
Wow, that's fabulous. Where do you put them on, or do you attach it to her collar?
I do. In fact, I didn't have a collar, so I was just putting it on her fur, and of course she kept knocking it off, and so I put it in her bed, and then I said, wait a minute, why don't I just go get a collar? So I ran to the store and got a collar last week or 2 weeks ago, and so I put it on her collar, and now she just kept it. I just kept it on her, and I'm going to change it out today and put a couple other used ones. I mean, basically, these are ones I wear after 12 hours, and so it's still got some juice.
Love the animal stories. Thanks,
Yeah,
Mike.
I have a story. My friend, she lives on the East Coast. She is on the Patches, and she has 2 dogs, 2 cats on the Patches, and the whole family is on. So I supply her with my used ones. I sent them over to her, and she had a dog who was running into furnitures, and she went to the vet. The vet didn't know what happened, and I told her put the patches on. So she did, and guess what? She is not running into furniture. She is catching when she throws the ball, and yeah, so the whole family is on it.
Oh my gosh, Renata. You
Yeah.
keep you store up your used patches and then stick them in an envelope and send them across the country.
Actually, them in a plastic bag, in a small plastic bag, and so I sent them all over to her. And
That's great.
yeah,
That's
so
wonderful. Yay.
really, really happy because the dogs and the cats, that's her family, you know. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you, Renata. We love the animal story. We love all stories. So even if you've shared a story before, we would love to hear it again because there may be people on here who haven't heard your share. So opening it up, who else has something to share this morning?
I'll share. So on Christmas Eve, I might have had some extra wine. And on Christmas morning, I was feeling a little sluggish. So I took my brain hat, put it on with the energy patches and the Eon and the glutathione, and within an hour and a half, I felt fantastic.
Love
And
it.
so it was awesome. But I had a weird experience with my wife last night. She pulled a muscle in her back. Well, actually, she got one of those weighted 15-pound blankets and it did something to her back. I don't know. But anyway, so I got her an ice wave and an Eon. So I was doing the clock method with the ice wave, and so I did it, and I was using the white patch, moving it around, and at 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock, it was much better. So I took it off and put it on, and then she sleeps with Alavita at night, and I went to grab her Alavita and hand it to her, and it was the white ice wave. So I had the tan or ice wave and Alavita, and it was working. I have no idea why, but
I love it.
so I discovered something new.
I love it. Well, light therapy. Light is happening. No matter what patch you're putting on, the body knows what to do with it, right?
Well, David says it raises his conscious level, so maybe my wife's conscious level went way out of the universe.
Oh, that's wonderful. I have a quick question for Mike. The spot, Mike, where Dr. Nicholas told you to, because I'm actually having a shoulder issue. The Eon, is it like in that little, like right behind your clavicle, on the muscle? I think
I forgot I was muted. Yeah. Yeah, it's right near there. But the best way to find it is reach your arm around to your spine, touch it if you can, and then just come back around along your neckline about 1 inch to 2 inches, right in there.
Okay, great.
And when you apply it, the best thing to do is push down and kind of cause a little pain, kind of irritate it a little bit.
Okay.
And then do that without the patch and see if that brings you some relief. And if it does, then you know, okay, I got the right spot. And what the Eon did, he said it opens up the flows. And he says often a common issue there, he told me, was that these nerves get pinched, one or more of them up here, which creates situations somewhere in the arm, either the elbow, the shoulder, or and he has, by the way, a 1.5 minute application video that you can watch. And so if you go to Dr. Nicholas's YouTube and just look for, it's called shoulder, elbow.
Shoulder protocol or something.
It has all three: shoulder, wrist, elbow in the
good.
name.
Okay.
And so you'll see it right away, and just watch that. And he does a protocol application right in his clinic.
Thank you. That will help a lot of people. Thank you.
Yes,
Including our dear
very
Karen.
helpful.
All right.
Well, I had a new guy who started, and he had a elbow problem. Sorry, he had a shoulder problem he was trying to handle. I said, well, try that. And I gave him the patch. He called me the next morning and said, well, I got bad news. It didn't help the shoulder. The good news, though, I had an elbow problem I forgot about. It helped to clear that right up. So we don't know, the body's got all these things going on that often we either forget about or it gets preempted by some other activity.
Maybe the elbow had to happen before the shoulder could be healed. So
that's right. Hard to say. These bodies kind of miraculously pull together,
Yeah, but you have to punch in what it says there.
I just wanted to say, I put Dr. Nicholas's YouTube name in the chat section. So if you search Nicholas Tiffany DC, you will get to his YouTube channel where he has those great videos.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for that, Mike. It's in the chat section.
Thank you.
Put it in somewhere.
Oh, I was trying to figure out what you wrote there, Robin. It's his full name, Nicholas Tivoli DC.
That is correct.
Okay, thank you. Great.
It's hard to read.
It's hard to read. I'm like, what is that strange name? Okay, Nicholas Tivoli DC.
Well, I'll jump in and share that we call her our gardening angel. She came over last night for a little gift exchange with her 6-year-old daughter. And in her card, I put a sleeve of Ice Wave, and I think she was more excited about that than her present and her check.
Aw.
She loves her Ice Wave, and she even wore it when she was carrying a baby.
Oh,
She had a well-patched pregnancy.
She'd come over, she goes, would you patch me? Because she dealt with, some of those head things, pain in her head, as you know, they're called. And, it was really helpful to her. And a lot of never say you can use it on pregnancy because they don't ever test on pregnant women. It's a personal choice. We know that they're safe. And so we're not proposing or recommending. We're just saying some people do it, some people don't. You have to make up your own decision. But we have had some wonderful experiences.
Mm-hmm.
She loves Ice Wave. Okay.
Hey, Michelle.
Yeah. Helen.
So a lot of you know this, when I first started using X39, a year and a half ago, I had a weird little growth on my leg, just in an awkward place. And just wearing the X39 on the back of my neck, within the first 2 or 3 weeks, it was completely gone. And there's in our Vibrant Living page, there's a lot of fresh testimonials from a lot of us. And we encourage all of you to put yours on there. Robin will talk more about it, but I just wanted to say the picture, before and after picture of that little ugly growth that I grew myself, and I don't know why, but I'm so glad it's gone. So, yeah, very nice.
I saw that on Vibrant Living. Yes, that was a nice thing to get rid of. Like, thank you, body. I know you can make things, but I prefer not things like this.
Right, but I had another little weird one on the side of my temple, and it's gone too. So
yay,
smoother skin. Yeah.
Yay.
Everyone
Thank you.
likes that.
Thank you, Helen.
You're welcome.
All right, we have maybe a minute more. Let's see. It's 9:20. Does anyone have a burning desire to share something in the last minute or so we have?
I actually have a question to Santa Claus. I wanted to know exactly in your head, where exactly did you put the patches? I know it's a head protocol, but and you mentioned the patches, but I would like to know exactly where you put it.
You stack the Eon and glutathione in the very top, and then 2 sets of energy, the tan in the back, the white in the front, tan on the left, and the white on the right.
Okay.
And it just inside of the cap, right inside the cap. So.
And Robin, we have the protocol on our in our units or something on Live Younger, don't we? The hat protocol.
If we don't, we should.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you mind to send it to me?
Yes,
Robert?
I will
Okay.
send it to you right now. Yes.
Okay. You, dear.
It's actually called the brain balancing protocol because it synchronizes the frequencies in your brain. So if there is head trauma with a traumatic brain injury, a stroke patient, neurologically based illnesses or mental imbalances, it's been proved very effective. And also for, if you don't have any of those, we just call it our smart hat and wear it because we want to have the brain of a 30 or 40-year meditator. It's calm and focusing. So when we sit and do our writing and stuff, we put our hats on. We both have them at our desk.
Yeah,
Ready to
I can use them to get smarter and
Yes,
It's a life way of thinking cap.
it's a life thinking cap. Yes.
yeah, I like that.
And
Yeah.
Robin, do we, now that we have the X39, put that on top of the Eon and glutathione?
You know, that's a really good question, Mike. There, I defer to talk to Dr. Nicholas to hear, because I know they were experimenting with that because
Okay.
X39 was not available, but it's foundational for everything. So we know it's going to help everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, cool.
Hey, Michelle, could I share one quick thing about Santa? Oh, I shared it with Robin this morning. I
Sure.
thought that I would share it. So Wednesday morning, playing Santa made my Christmas. And it was a friends of mine from an old neighborhood reached out to me, and they adopted a family and bought their whole Christmas for them. All the kids, the parents, everybody. And these parents have a 6-year-old daughter who's dying of a brain tumor.
Mm.
And to sit there, and I did it virtually, to sit there and see this bright-eyed 6-year-old with eyeballs about this big and her bald head. And if it wasn't for her bald head, you would never know. And she was just so excited, and it just made my whole Christmas and reminded me what Christmas was about. And there was no way, it doesn't matter what was going to happen the next few days, I was going to have a great Christmas.
Thank you, John.
Oh, thank you. That is a wonderful story. Thanks.
Thank you.
That was so beautiful, John. I just, the spirit is alive and well. And when we can help people, is there anything better? So I'm going to transition from that into tonight. Gregory's been brewing up something
A
wonderful
little
for everyone.
Christmas, New Year's present. And so tonight we're going to discuss and weave together the master skills of dream building and goal setting, and discuss how they set the stage for lasting success when they're coupled with our simple daily method of operation in our Live Younger success system. I don't think there's any better time to talk about goal setting and dream building than around New Year's, because everybody's going to be making New Year's resolutions. And some of those resolutions may have to do with our Lifeway businesses and community. So that's what we'll be speaking about tonight, among other things. I think we're going to also have the first spin of the wheel.
Yes, we are. So our admin team has been very busy, and we're collecting all the names of people that have posted stories in the last week. So for 15 weeks, we are going to be rewarding in a sleeve of X39 and 30 of the new gifting cards.
And envelopes.
and envelopes
Yep.
to the winner. And so please go to the Vibrant Living page and read those stories, share your story. And who's our gentleman that's new? Edward, get some guidance on how to write up your story, because this week you can win a free sleeve you have so many different ones. So we're very excited. The patches arrived the other day and we're excited to send them out.
All right.
Okay, so we'll do
Yay.
this on the call tonight.
And Helen, did you have something you want to close with? Because we've got another call coming up in 3 minutes.
Yes, I would just, Robin, we have made the decision if people do a video, they get 2 entries.
They get 2 entries, right?
So we need to let people know that on our Facebook group for the future,
And we'll
because
talk
we had
about in
just
the,
decided that as admins.
Yeah.
We have a very special group. Helen's there, Darlene is there, anyone else? Wendy,
Wendy.
our admin team. And we're so grateful for all that you do to volunteer your time to support that process.
And be sure you don't name the patches. I've had to take down a few, texts.
Yeah,
with the
don't
names of the
name
products.
the patches. Yes.
Yes,
Vibrant
yeah.
Living, we keep the
Right, in
business
the
part of it.
comments,
Mhm.
or, some people are naming them in the comments. Just a reminder to tell your folks no product name or company name.
Mhm.
It'll be Tim, we know it, right?
How about when it counts?
Did you say do it or do not name the patch?
Do not.
Nah.
Do not. Thank you.
We'll be using the
Excuse
spinning
me.
wheel tonight with all the entries. So admin team, let's talk about putting that list together, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to wrap this call up so Robin and Gregory can get on to their next wonderful LifeWave call. And thank you all for being here. I hope you have a blessed and wonderful day. We'll hopefully see you tonight. And keep on patching.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
And
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.